Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel named Control Intelligence. In this video, we are going to see how swapping is done. And what is swapping? Guys, let's assume these two are variables. This is A and this is B. Firstly, A is assigned the value of 10 and B is assigned the value of 20. Now, swapping means assigning or shifting the value of B, that is 20, to A, and shifting the value of A, that is 10, to 20 or B. Now let's see how we can do it. Traditionally, there are two ways of doing it. We can do by including third variable or not including third variable, that is by use of two variable only. Now we'll demonstrate it now. See, this is A assigned 10, B assigned 20. Let's take a third variable C. Okay, now the value of A is 10 and the value 10 is shifted to C. Now the value of B is 20, it is shifted to A. Now A has the value 20 in it. So first part of our swapping is done. Now B is empty and C has the value 10 in it. So B will take the value of 10 and B will have 10 now. So A is having 20 and B is having 10. So thus we have swapped the value with the help of third variable. But guys, now talking of our language, that is Python, Python does not require third variable. Python is so dynamic that it does with the help of two variables only. Now let's check how the Python does. Python directly uses this concept. Swapping includes directly transferring of values. So the value of A is now assigned as 20 and B is assigned as 10 in Python. So if you want to see the practical implementation, that is coding of this swapping of variables with two variables only, now let's switch over to IDE. Okay guys, now let's begin with coding of swapping the numbers. Now we have worked with IDLE, that is Python's official IDLE. Now let's switch over to some interesting part, that is PyCharm. Let's on it. If you don't know how to install the PyCharm, you can check my playlist. I have already uploaded a video how to install PyCharm. So it's by JetBrains. It's a very good compiling agency, or it's a company which produces great IDEs. Now we are using PyCharm, which is an Python IDE, and it's opening. We have to load some projects. See, my Python programs is the file which I have used many times to code. So I'll show you how to open a new document here. Just click on Python programs. One sec. Right click, new Python file, and you'll name it as, for example, swapping. You don't need to provide an extension, that is .py here, because it's already a Python file. Press enter and see, we have begun a Python file. Now let's begin coding. As I have told you, you have to take the input from the user. So its method is plus first paste the variable, that is A, right, input double inverted comma, enter first number, then B will be our second number. Okay, input. See, we are getting the prompts here. We can disable them, but no need, I think they help us. Enter second number. Okay, now we'll define a function which will help us in swapping the numbers. Okay, now let's define a function defining syntax would be def, function name, that is swap, two round brackets indicates that it will take input from user. We have to pass here arguments, that is, we'll pass two arguments, x and y. Let's pass x and y. Colon is very important here, otherwise we will not be able to run this function. So we'll place the colon here, give enter. See, we have to follow the indentation too. Now we have the two variables, that is A and B. You know the method, like but here we have taken the arguments x and y, so we have to deal here with x and y only. X, now x comma y is equal to y comma x will give us the output here, and we just want to print our output. So print we have to print x and then print y. Okay, after printing x and y, according to me our program is done. So we have defined our function. Now we have to execute it. Since for executing we have to call the function, and function calling is very easy. We have to just define the function name. In this case here it is swap, and just pass the parameters. Now let's try swap. So it's showing us a prompt that swap takes x and y as arguments in two brackets, pass the two numbers which we have to swap. So in this case we have a and b as the user input. So let's take a comma b. We have taken the inputs from user. So according to me we have to print here after swapping, because there are two distinct numbers, that is before swapping and after swapping. So for defining the condition after swapping, I'll write here after swapping, and we are ready to go with the program. Now let's try. For running the file you have to press Ctrl Shift plus 10. Ctrl Shift 10 will give you, see here we got the input, the first number. I'll take any random number, that is 23. Press enter. For second number 45. Press enter. After swapping, see, after swapping you got the output as 45 and 23. Then it means that x value is now 45 and y's value is 23. Thus we have swapped the numbers very easily with the help of Python.